if I do this whole video and I don't see it because it doesn't show up, I don't know where I'm supposed to see the things that I record on here. Anyway, peace and love from far and above. Hey y'all, I am motherfucking back with another video, and I'm about to hit y'all back to back every week. I'm dead ass about this shit. Like, I'm really serious. I'm on my shit. Period. Okay, we talking about chakras today. Chakras and meditation. Getting in touch with your higher self, because you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are the soul, you are the light being, the energy that is inside the body. Okay, think about it like this. Okay, if you can say the words, I am thinking, I am thinking. What is thinking? The thought? The thought cannot think or be aware that it is thinking. It just thinks. So you are not the mind. You cannot be the body, because think about it. Try to feel inside of your body. Try to feel, like, just literally close your eyes and try to feel inside of your body. Like, if you really pay attention, you can feel like the energy that is inside, because you are not the physical body. You are the soul, okay, that is inside your body. Food for thought. Think about that shit. Anyway, what I am going to be talking about, I'm about to put you on to some game, okay? I'm about to put you on. You just gotta open your heart. Let me run some game on you, okay? I'm about to be explaining what are chakras, explaining the emotions that are connected to each chakra, the difference between low vibrating and high vibrating being, how to balance your chakras, how chakras and religion connect, how our culture promotes and exploits chakra imbalance, and how people love disorder. Love, love, love it. They can never get enough of it. Okay. First chakra. So your first chakra is your root chakra. It is the color red. The emotion associated with this chakra is fear and security. The location of this chakra is at the base of the tailbone. And unbalanced expression. So when your root chakra is unbalanced, this manifests in different ways. So someone who has trust issues, someone who is insecure, or someone who is very materialistic. So survival is the focus point of this chakra. It is very primitive in nature. It is very eye-oriented as well. It thinks about what is best for the body due to its past experiences. So the root chakra has to do with security. If you don't feel secure, your root chakra is going to be unbalanced. You're going to be very fearful, and not in the sense that you're like scared of everything. Fearful as in like you don't know how to trust people. That's the type of fear. You fear to tell people or to confide in people, or you fear that people are going to do you wrong, or like you always feel like somebody's out to get you. That is definitely a first chakra in balance, because this chakra has to do with survival. Survival, survival, survival. The first, like when you first are born, when consciousness forms itself first into being, is thinking about surviving, because how do you experience life if you cannot even survive? So that's why it has to do with surviving and keeping the physical body intact. When this chakra is unbalanced, fear rather than faith guides your decision. Fear is meant to function as an alarm, not as a state of being. So fear is useful when you are in danger. But if you are not in danger, why are you fearful? You should not be fearful if you're not in danger. It should not be your conscious. You should not always be thinking about who's coming to get you next, who's about to do you wrong next, what's about to happen next, what's the next bad thing that's about to happen to me. No, you're not supposed to be thinking like that. It's not supposed to be a state of being, just a state of mind when you are in danger. But when this chakra is balanced, you learn how to live life in a more positive way. You do not believe that everybody's out to get you, and you make better decisions instead of fearful ones. Your intuition is more clear because it's not clouded by fear. You feel more safe and secure, and you're able to, put yourself out there and just share different things with different people. So balancing your first chakra, I feel like you have to start letting go of your fears. You have to stop being scared of opening up to people or being emotional. You have to stop being scared of that. You have to, address the things and surrender to the things that people have done to you. And surrendering necessarily doesn't mean, being nice to that person or, allowing that person back into your life how it was, but it just means removing all hate, removing revenge, removing, fear, fear, all those things, all those like negative emotions, removing that from your body. It doesn't necessarily mean that person has to be in your life again, but whatever. Second chakra is your sacral chakra. That rhymed. It is the color orange. The emotion is desire and appreciation. And I would say the idea around this chakra is experiencing life. It is the pelvic area is where it's located. So, unbalanced expression. Someone who is very lustful. This chakra has to do a lot with sex. And materialistic. People who have addictions. People who feel insecure and inadequate. Can I speak? No. And fear of loss. Okay. People who have a second chakra imbalance are run by their desires. They have no control in their lives because they are run by the things that they like or things that make them feel good. Focusing on things that you lack and not appreciating what you have. Feelings like jealousy and envy will kick in. You see the people in your life solely as what they can do for you and not as human beings. That's a strong one because when you have a second chakra imbalance, you're so worried about, the materialistic part of life and people who are mostly materialistic, they use people. So you worry about what people can do for you and solely that. And when they can't do it for you, then they're useless and unuseful and you throw them away. But you shouldn't view people like that because everybody's human beings. I help you when I can help you. And when I can't help you, that doesn't mean I didn't want to help you. It's just things did not work out that way, or it's not in my physical ability to help you, So that doesn't mean you throw somebody out of your life just because they couldn't do that one thing for you. Second chakra imbalance. Okay. Then what's that called? Being controlled by your desires is a main one for the second chakra because second chakra has a lot to do with figuring out what you like and what you don't like. And when you put personal attachment to the things that you like, that's when you start to have addictions. So you can have a sex addiction. You can have addiction to food, something that I struggled with for a long time. Addiction to food. You can have addiction to a person, addiction to a person. So it's like, I'm recording a video. So you can have an addiction to a person. Like it could be so many different things. And when this chakra is in balance, it's like, there is a lack of appreciation because desire and appreciation are the same energy. It's just different expressions of that energy. So desire is when you cling. Desire has attachment. When you cling to something so hard because it makes you feel good, you are never satisfied. So you keep on chasing this desire. Appreciation is understanding the cycle of life, the law of impermanency of all things, understanding that things come and go. You cannot hold on to this, person or drug like it's going to save you. It's not going to save you, The sex, that shit is not going to save you. That's what people do. They cling to these euphoric feelings, but they're always left unsatisfied. They are always left wanting more. So it's just a cycle. And that desire controls them because they will do anything. You do anything for that pussy. Let me stop. That's a lot of guys have second chakra imbalances. You will find yourself in so many dirty ass situations because you are run by your head. That's how niggas get set up. How many times has a nigga getting set up because of a female? Because people know they will exploit your second chakra imbalance to say, I can get him at this place at this motherfucking time because I know he gonna go for some pussy. You are not your desires. You are not your desires. What else did I want to say about this? When the chakra, we'll just read. When this chakra is balanced, you're going to appreciate things for what they are. You're not holding on to things because you understand the cycle of life. Addiction is holding on to a high feeling, so you are controlled by this chase to feel that feeling again. Start to become more present when you do things instead of feeling like you need that drug. Many times you will be satisfied. Who knows what I was saying anyway, but I think what I was trying to say was presence is the key. If you want to balance this chakra, presence is the key. Be completely present. We as a society aren't present. We are always thinking about what's about to happen or what already happened. You need to be present in the moment. Think about, what you are doing now, what's happening now, right now in this present moment. In this present moment, I'm making a video. I'm not thinking about nothing else. I'm thinking about chakras. That's what I'm thinking about. Most people be, thinking about every other thing except what's happening in front of them and lose, the enjoyment of the now. Everything is in the now. Everything is in the now. You are not guaranteed. The future and the past already happened. You think about what's about to happen 10 years from now, where you about to be in 5 years from now. You say, oh, when I graduate college, I'll be happy. Or when I'm in my dream job, I will be happy. Who even knows if you're going to be alive? You have right now, and that's it. That's it. Anyway, next chakra. The third chakra is the solar plex. It is the color yellow. The emotion is willpower, discernment, and intuition. Discernment means being able to tell between things. So my hair is orange. My shirt is black. I'm a black woman. And if there's a white girl in front of me, you could tell she's white, I'm black. Like that's what discernment means. And intuition. So the location, oh my god, my leg. The location is in the gut. Unbalanced expression of this chakra is overuse and underuse of power. So when someone overuses their sense of power, there is a need to prove yourself as strong. This person usually has a need to be right in every argument or situation. They have justifiable anger because of past wrongdoings. So this puts that person in a cycle of being justifiably angry. You attract situations that you attract situations that will cause you to be angry because of your need to be right. I don't know if y'all know about the law of attraction, but you attract everything that you think about and believe. If you believe that every nigga ain't shit, that's the only type of niggas that's about to come to your ass, ain't shit ass niggas. If you believe that every female's a hoe, that's what the fuck is about to come to you. Like, everything is the law of attraction. If you believe that you are never going to get out of your bout of depression, you are never going to get out that shit. And even if you do get out, it's going to come back. It's going to come right back because you still have this victim mindset. So what this thing is saying is that they have justifiable anger because of past doings. And when somebody feels that they have been done wrong, justifiable anger, you're going to put yourself in a cycle of always being angry because it's justified. That's where you get people who be mad for no reason. They be mad. Nobody did nothing to them. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Why are you angry? Because they believe it's justified because people did them wrong. So they attract all these situations that keep on affirming their feelings, affirming what they feel, affirming their anger, affirming their feelings of hurtness. You've got to change your mindset, because whatever you think is going to come to you. And they always have a need to be right, because that need to be right is a form of insecurity. The fact that you need to be right in every situation, that's insecurity. That's insecurity, bro. And then the other side would be underuse of power. This is when people are too nice. You never know when to say no. You find yourself doing things that you hate because you don't know how to discern from what you want or what other people want from you. Guilt and shame, main point. Guilt and shame drive you from standing up for yourself. There is a difference between being of service and being a servant. There is a difference. I'm going to say it again. Between being of service and being a servant. There is a difference. Okay, you cannot be too nice. You need to learn when this chakra is unbalanced. You have not yet learned discernment. You have not yet learned what you like and what you don't like. You know, you're so occupied with what people want from you or wanting people to like you that you never, get to find out what you like for yourself. So you find yourself in situations doing things for other people all the time, and it's like, when is the time for you? What do you like? What do you want to do? And you get fake friends. When you are too nice, you have a lot of fake friends, because all these people are your friends because of the things that you do for them. And then when you stop doing those things for them, they get angry at you. They get mad at you. Why don't you want to do this for me? You always do this. Why don't you want to do it now? Third chakra, imbalance. Now, to balance this chakra, you need to learn to stand in your will. Know what you want and make sure it's because you want it. Not because you're angry at somebody, not because you're mad at somebody, not because you want somebody to like you, because you want to do it. That's it. It's all about yourself. I mean, respectively. The next chakra is the fourth chakra, the heart center, and your key. The heart chakra is the key, y'all. It's the key to your higher self. If your heart chakra is closed, if you don't know how to love, you're not going nowhere, bro. You're going to be stuck in your lower self. That's what that means. The first 3 chakras are the lower self. The next 4 chakras are the higher self, getting in touch with your spiritual body. The lower self has more to do with the physical body. Not saying that the physical body should not be respected, because it should, but these have to do more with physical things. And then the 6th chakra has to do with universal, spiritual togetherness, love. Anyway, the color is green or pink. Well, we mostly associate the heart or love with red, but it's green. The emotion is unconditional. 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 Love. Unconditional. I'm going to say it again. Unconditional. Do you know what unconditional means? I have the definition right here. We're going to get to it in 1 second. Location is a chest center. Okay. Now, the definition of unconditional means not conditional, meaning without conditions, without limits, absolute in and of itself, and unqualified. Unconditional love. Nobody knows this here on this planet. I don't think, maybe a mother for their child, but most people do not know unconditional love in their partner, male, female dynamic relationship. Nah, y'all don't know that shit. Unconditional, without conditions. as you are. Come as you are. Come as you are. Not as who I want you to be. Not as who I think you can be. But as you are. Now, unconditional. Okay. Unbalanced expressions. The bleeding heart. The bleeding heart is unable to separate her problems from the problems of others. So the connection that she has with others are unhealthy, overly attached, and painful. Codependency is not love. And loving someone unconditional doesn't mean sacrificing your higher self. Sometimes unconditional love is walking away. Another imbalance is the closed heart, somebody who doesn't know how to love, who is so close to that love emotion and doesn't know what that means for them, or doesn't even want to feel it because it can be quote unquote painful, but it's only painful when you put attachments. All attachments drop at the universal level of love because attachments are fed by fear and fear of loss. You do not get attached unless you're scared to lose something. So, unconditional love. When we talk about the fourth chakra, we talk about loving everybody. Love your enemy. Loving everybody, however they are, however they come to you, whatever they did. And we talking about sinister people, bro. Sinister people. You gotta love them too. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. Unconditional, because people be like, I love you, but that's not it. That love is conditional. They don't know unconditional love. But to be in touch with this chakra in its, entirety, you have to drop attachments. Attachments is fear of loss. If you are scared to lose something, you have an attachment to it. You cannot be scared to lose something, because if you understand the laws of the universe and the laws of, the world, then you understand nothing is ever truly lost. No one ever truly dies. There's no reason to have attachment. Nobody ever truly dies. Maybe the ego dies, maybe the physical body dies, but that person, that soul is still there. And if you have true love, then you love the soul, and the soul doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't. So you have to drop attachments. This being scared shit, oh, he gonna do this, she gonna do that, she don't love me. You have to drop all those insecurities and those fears to actually be really connected to your heart chakra. And that bleeding heart thing, is unable to separate her problems from the problems of the world. She is so fragile. She is so scared. Her heart is open, but it's too open, She's overly attached, and it's unhealthy, and it's painful. Codependency is not love. Everybody should be able to stand on their own. And the one thing that I be seeing a lot on social media is how a lot of females be like, oh, I want my guy to be obsessed with me. That's codependency, bro. Obsessed? Who are you? Not to say it like that, but like, what? When you are not secure in yourself, you look for that in other people. That's all that is. You have to drop attachments. You have to drop attachments. Loss is not real, bro. Nobody ever really dies. You have to drop it. The heart chakra is the most important chakra. It is an essential key to connecting to your higher self. Unconditional love frequency. You have to get in touch with that love frequency if you want to ascend to your higher self. You have to. Your heart needs to be open to all, even those who hurt you in unexplainable ways. That's the only way. Next chakra. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra. Let me stop. Ew. It's the color sky blue. The emotion is self-expression. Its location is at the throat. So, unbalanced expression. Somebody who says things just to get a reaction on people. People who are nonconformists, or just to go against, just to have, just to be like, the bad person or the only person that says something, So it's not true self-expression. It's just a reactionary, response because you want to be the rebel. Another unbalanced expression is wanting to express yourself, but also seeking the approval of others. You cannot truly express yourself and have the approval of every single person in your life. It just doesn't work that way. You have to, it's kind of like the third chakra. You have to stand in your will. You have to understand what you want and what you want to say and what your purpose is and how it is you're going to convey that. Forget everybody else. Forget what everybody else thinks. Forget what everybody else is the ideas that they're trying to push onto you. You have to do it for yourself. It can't be reactionary because somebody, you want to be the rebel of the room. No, it has to be what you truly believe. So you are able to, discern from what your beliefs are, what your values are. And I have a little quote here from the book that I got literally all this information from. This chakra book is by David Pond. I got it at fucking Barnes & Nobles somewhere, Columbia Mall. Fighting for the right to be free doesn't make sense. Demanding approval for not needing someone else's approval. And not to say that, you shouldn't protest or you shouldn't, fight for your right or fight for Black people, because Black people have come a long way in civil rights in America. And, that will to, not give up has really taken us this far. But I feel like in this moment, at the state that we are now, if white people have not seen enough to care or give a fuck about Black people, why are we still telling them? If they don't care now, they're never going to care, okay? They just got to die out at that point. Keep on acting, keep on telling them, keep on asking them, keep on telling them, you say the same stuff, you see the same thing. Just live your life. It's nothing you can do. It's going to be racist people forever, bro. Forever. It's nothing you can do about it. You have to let go of fear and let go of people's perceptions of you, because in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Next chakra is the sixth chakra, one of my favorite, the third eye. That's the only one I could point out. I could point at the third chakra, but it's in your head. It's literally it's indigo. It doesn't really have emotions tied to it. Location is the middle of the head, the pineal gland. Unbalanced expression. Someone who is very fearful, someone who can tell the difference between imagination and reality. Now, I feel like that's a fine line, because I feel like the world that we live in now is a matrix. It's not real. It feels very real. It feels very real, but it's not real. This is not the way life is supposed to be. Well, I digress. Let's continue. This chakra is all about transcending to your higher self. And the lowest level of the urge to transcend that most people take part in are pharmaceutical pills, alcohol, and drugs, weed, all that stuff. Now, there's a difference, because there's other drugs, like I feel like psychedelics are going to get you more in touch with your higher self than pharmaceutical pills, because like pills like Percocets, Molly, weed, Percocet, fucking Xan, codeine, whatever, all those drug shit that the doctors literally prescribe you, that shit is that's like a fake ass, thingy, fake ass getting in touch with your higher self. If you get what I'm saying, it's like not real, it's not true, it's very manufactured, and so you can never get in touch with your true higher self. You're probably even allowing demons inside here, so-called demons or negative energies inside your body when you partake in stuff like pharmaceutical pills and alcohol, because it gives a artificial sense of being high. Weed is different because it is a herb. It grows in the ground, but the only issue with weed is the pesticides and the chemicals that they use to grow the weed, especially with the industrialization of weed. It's becoming more common for people to smoke weed, so you know they're gonna put some bullshit in it. It's America. They're gonna put some bullshit in it. You can't smoke that shit. You gotta grow your own shit. Yes, but I feel like psychedelics, most psychedelics grow out of the ground. Weed is a psychedelic, a hallucinogen. It grows out of the ground. Mushrooms is a psychedelic, a hallucinogen. It grows out the ground. I don't know about LSD and acid. I don't know how you even make that shit, but it's also a psychedelic. But I don't really gear toward those. I gear toward more what Earth has given me, what Earth herself has given me. There's other drugs like ayahuasca. That shit is like in the trees. Like it grows in the ground. I think DMT also comes from, DMT actually is in our head. DMT is a drug that is released in our head out of the pineal gland. So the more you know. So the chakra really has to do with imagination and illusion. If your imagination is bound by the 3D world and only the things that you can see, it will be very hard for you to get in touch with this chakra. So this chakra has a lot to do with imagination and spirituality. Like the things that you think about and the things that you imagine can come into fruition. Okay, your mind is a powerful tool. Laws of attraction, everything's energy, everything is frequency. The shit that you put out is what the fuck is gonna come back to you. So you need to watch the shit that you think about. This is one of the doors to the spiritual realm, the third eye. If you haven't heard things like astral projecting, astral going on the fourth dimension, the pineal gland and opening your third eye can help with astral projecting. And it gets you closer to your true self. Now, the seventh chakra, the crown chakra. We're coming almost to an end. Bear with me, guys. We've been here for a while. I'm sorry. The seventh chakra is the color purple. Emotion is wholeness. If I could put an emotion on it, I guess, or inner peace. Location, the top of the head. There is no unbalanced expression when connecting with your seventh chakra. This is the embodiment of balance. So now when you have, went through, aligned all your chakras, address the things that you were fearful of, address your insecurities and your trust issues. You are not run by your desires in your second chakra. You know how to stand in your will. You know how to discern from what you want and what you don't want. You love unconditionally with your heart chakra. You know how to voice your opinion with your fifth chakra. You are connected to a higher power with your sixth chakra. Then your seventh chakra connects you to the universe. The crown chakra is your connection to the universe. When you have maintained a state of complete balance, you're able to transcend worldly attachments. Now, we get into the nitty-gritty. How spirituality and religion are connected. So, I feel like with religion, I'm only really going to talk about Christianity because I feel like I have more friends that are Christians. So, and I grew up in a Christian household. I mean, not in a Christian household, in a split household, but I went to church faithfully when I was younger. So like that's what I know most about. So that's what I'm gonna talk about. But I feel like all religions are interconnected and came from each other, really. So how spirituality and religion are connected. Literally, the things that I've talked about this whole time: unconditional love, letting go of fear, loving those who hate you, loving those who did you wrong. What does that sound like? That sound like the shit Jesus was saying. Come on now. Don't be foolish. Open your eyes. Think for yourself. Okay? It is. Now, I've got some fucking verses from the Bible. I'm going to kind of touch on with these how you are the soul, you are the body, you are literally an embodiment of God Himself, herself, actually. I like to say her because birth, first of all, women's womb are the vessels to the spiritual realm. So, how the fuck? Anyway, let me stop. See, no. I'm not gonna get into all that anyway. Here's the verses. Okay, I don't like the fact that shit just did that. And it's recording, like, what? Where the fuck? So it stopped sharing my screen. Where's the screen? I don't even know. New share. Bruh. Okay. Pause recording. Stop recording. Okay. Yeah, I was interrupted, but we back now. That blew me. Anyway, I should put my phone in. Do not disturb me. Okay. It is I who am light overall. It is I who am the entirety. It is from me that the entirety has come, and to me that the entirety goes. Split a piece of wood, I am there. Lift a stone, and you will find me there. This is Jesus talking. Everything is everything. I shouldn't have. I'd be singing way too much. I'm sorry. That was corny. But everything is everything, bro. Literally, everything is everything. What chakras and all these things are trying to tell you is that you are divine. You are God. You are God. You may not feel like God, but you are God. Split a piece of wood, I am there. Lift a stone, I am there. Look inside you, I am there. He is there. He is everywhere, always. He's inside of you. You are Him, and He is you. You are God. What are you talking about? Then God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, to rule over fish, sea, birds, and of the air. Let us make man in our image, in our likeness. So if you don't think that God feels the things that you feel, why would He give you these emotions? I know God is like the high power and higher being, and He's all knowing and He's all love. But He was burning down whole cities. He was burning bitches up. And I know He's God, He can do whatever He wants. He was burning niggas up, flooding niggas, drowning niggas. Is that not anger? In and of itself, even if it is God, that is anger. He said He was angry at what He saw these people were doing. So He burnt them. In the what city was it? I don't even know. Some city. I think they were sodomizing. I don't remember. But He was burning niggas. And He was drowning niggas. Noah had to make a whole ark. That's anger. And like we experience the same type of emotions that He experiences. You are God. God is you. The fact that you think you are separate from God is the reason why you're in pain right now. Is the reason why you're depressed, because you don't understand who you are. You don't understand your divine energy. You don't understand it. God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him. Male and female, he created them. God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth and subdue. It is over fish and over sea. God created man to be immortal. He made them to be in an image of his own eternity. Everything is God. The worst is God. They try to separate it, saying the devil is God. The devil is God's child. I know these are a lot of heavy topics that I'm talking about, but if you think about it, if you use critical thinking, don't, I mean, it's good to listen to your preacher or whatever, but think for yourself, okay? Don't even listen to what I'm saying. Think for yourself. God made everything in a reflection of himself. He made his son, all knowing that he was going to do everything that he did. Everything is a reflection of God, because everything is God. Next, how our culture promotes and exploits chakra imbalances. Westernized culture keeps the human race living at their 3 lower chakras. They keep you in fear through the media and news. They keep you unsatisfied and wanting more through fast food and social media. They keep us codependent on them and fighting with each other so we can never get in touch with our higher selves. They keep you living out your 3 chakras. They keep you in fear. They keep you living through your desires. And they keep you codependent, not being able to stand in your will. They keep you codependent on self. You have literally, really only species on the planet that has to pay to live and pay to eat. Every other species on the planet don't pay no type of money to eat or live. That's codependency. That's control. Fear. They got you scared of everything. They got you scared of being outside with coronavirus. They got you scared of the police. They got you scared of this. They got you scared of that. So you are codependent on them. So you don't think for yourselves. When you are fearful, it is so hard to think for yourself. They got you living out your desires with social media. Social media is a motherfucking trap. You don't need to take breaks off social media. Do not spend your whole fucking day scrolling on social media. Social media, first of all, makes a whole bunch of insecure ass people. Because everybody's trying to fit in, trying to look the part, trying to get likes, trying to be viral. All that shit don't matter. You cannot take your likes to heaven. You cannot take your likes when you die. You cannot take them. You cannot take your money to heaven. That shit don't go with you nowhere. It don't mean nothing. You cannot take it nowhere. It only survives. Money only survives in the matrix. You cannot take it anywhere else. That fake ass piece of paper, it's not even backed by nothing. It's not backed by any labor in America. It's not backed by no labor. It's not backed by no gold. That's why they're trying to make a cashless society. They don't have nothing to back that shit up. It's not backed by shit. It's not backed by nothing, bro. It don't mean nothing. They make it, I know it feels like, okay, you cannot survive if you don't have money. But it really doesn't mean anything, bro. It's the matrix. Now, my final slide. We love disorder. Current day humans love disorder and drama. We love and promote destruction of ourselves and our planet. As much as we say we want the world peace, we do not truly mean it. Everything takes sacrifice, and most people don't want to sacrifice anything. You want to end slavery, but you don't want to stop buying iPhones. Child slaves are used to mine the cobalt that helps iPhones operate. You talk about saving the planet, but you don't want to stop eating meat, which is the cause of the most toxic gas emission and waste up in the ocean. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Everybody's always talking about togetherness, but be quick to tear down people that they don't like. Togetherness doesn't mean everyone but the people I don't like. It means togetherness, and that's it. Like, we don't, as a community, as a society, as a human race, we say we want all these things, but we're never willing to sacrifice anything to get to that point. It takes sacrifice to get to world peace. It takes sacrifice to get to world hunger. Give up something. Give up your food. Give up, social media. Give up something. It takes sacrifice. Not everything's just not gonna fall into place just because you wanted to. You have to will it. You have to take action. You have to sacrifice. You have to lose something to gain something. It's not just gonna come. It's not just gonna come. You got to lose something to gain something. All of that being said, I'm gonna have other videos. I feel like the topic about we are God and God is us and everything is God, that's gonna be another topic, because this is just a little bit of like dip in the ocean about that huge ass topic. So I'm gonna talk about that more in a different video though. This video is already long enough. God bless you. The fact that you made it this fucking far, because I can rap, okay? I can rap, bro. I'll rap forever. For real, for real. I can rap. But thank you for watching. I hope this helped you understand yourself better, understand chakras better, and I hope you do, your own research and look up what chakras means for you and what that means for you to balance your chakras, because like this is a very a very shallow overview of chakras. It's different. Everybody has the same chakras, but how you balance your chakra is, different for everybody. Everybody goes through different things. So you need to do your own research, look it up how it pertains to you. Love you guys. Peace and love from far and above. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Okay. It says mute. Okay. Obviously, that's not what you do. Okay. More. Pause recording. Stop recording. Disable attendee. Show name of attendee.